Hello, beautiful souls. This is Nikita Bhargav, and I am back here with my Red Cord channel. This is episode 3, and we are continuing with our Laila-Majnu. What we can learn from these stories. So, the way it is going to work is every week I'll kind of try and take a love story and as far as possible based in reality, and try and cover the various things we can learn, because we don't have to always go through everything ourselves to grow, to evolve, to learn. We learn from each other, we learn from the collective experiences, and these stories are wonderful source of what to take away, to get inspired, to remember what love is all about, and also to kind of awaken the romance in us. I'm hoping that that's what I will be doing. So because I do not want the videos to be very long, yesterday it took me hours to upload, it had gone a little over time, so I'm going to try and narrate the story in 2 episodes, and then one episode could be on the learnings, the lessons, the takeaways, the insights, and whatever other questions are coming up. I know a lot of people are turning to becoming vegetarian or vegan as they are being guided during the ascension journey, and their bodies are asking them to, but they do not know how to really make food which is appealing to the palate, so, and also to maintain a certain balance, and keeping in mind there's a beautiful um, so I will be trying to maybe share a few tips and easy recipes, and which will assist you, along with some more things. Let's without ado, let's continue with our Laila-Majnu, and the very beautiful anecdote. Today I'm going to be taking you through certain anecdotes from Laila-Majnu, and one of the most beautiful one that I personally found was, there was a time when, as when Kais is wandering the desert and he's missing Layla, and he's lost in his divine love for her, and he's wandering as usual, and he suddenly somebody pulls him very angrily and yanks his hand, and somebody is yelling at him, and then, how dare you, I was about to start my prayers and you walked in front of me, and you have no manners and etiquettes or whatever. And Care suddenly comes back, and he really profusely apologizes, and he says, I'm really sorry, and I was not aware, I did not notice your presence, and I do apologize for walking in front of you. And so the man is pacified, and he lets Kais go, and taking a couple of steps forward, Kais then turns to this man and he says, I have a question. If you could just so help me out. And this man says, yes, what is it? So Kes says, I was lost in the thoughts of my beloved, so much so that I did not notice your presence, I did not even see you, and you were in the middle of your prayers, and you were supposed to be lost in the thoughts of your divine. How did you then see me? This is such a beautiful and deep situation, or what the poet has written. I do not know if this is something that actually happened, or it has got woven into the narrative over time, but it just tells us two great things: that mind your own business, one first and foremost, especially when it comes to your faith, your religion, your practices, you should be so involved with your relationship, your equation with the creator, with the divine, that you should not have the time or the awareness of what somebody else is doing, or where they are on their journey, right? And that this twin flame love does demand, at one level, a complete devotion to our beloved, and that uh, a part of us is always somewhere connected to them and feeling their energies, and uh, that should not be easily shaken, right? So now that we are in a paradigm and in a template where the reunion energies are coming thick and fast, and we are finally, in a position, thanks to the ascension and the celestial bodies alignments, that the time has come for eternal lovers and those who have been star-crossed lovers to let that go, to leave all that pain behind, and to finally come into union and reunion and be with our beloveds finally. So, to study the various paradigms in Laila-Majnu, the template was of rich and poor. Layla was nearly a princess. She was so wealthy, and when she got married, the meher, that's what the bridegroom used to pay to the bride, at the time of weddings, was in those days, that is, please remember, the 7th century, was 1 lakh dirhams. I assume it was big, a large enough amount to buy a kingdom in itself, or run a kingdom. Oh my god. So she was that wealthy, and chaos was a commoner. So you will find that, and especially those of us who are in India or in Asia, there are many things that we have to overcome whenever the twin flame union reunion energies start pervading. Right now in India, I think only the front runners are aware of the twin flame path and the journey, the first and second wavers. The rest of this will take a lot of time, because there is the divide of caste, community, race, rich versus poor, class, societal status. We are still so used to allowing parents to make our decisions for us in all important matters, including choosing our life partners, which is fine if it works for you. But in the twin flame, we are here to break old paradigms. We are here to cross, be it older woman, younger man, be it that she's a widow, be it that she has a child from a previous marriage, it could be she's divorced. Across the globe, the twin flames are now crossing and breaking old patterns and paradigms to kind of bring back that love conquers all, and there's nothing that can come or should come in the middle of two souls and hearts that truly love each other. Keeping this in mind, in this story, Layla was very docile. And of course, keeping in mind the time period and the cultural influences, the thing is, it is still occurring here. It is still the reality for a lot of women, that she gives in every time the parents resort to with threat, emotional blackmail, or tell her this is the way of the world, or the society dictates it, or this is a matter of our reputation. The girl, being soft-hearted, thinks she's doing the right thing by giving in, and Layla allowed her father first to keep her away and separate her from Qais. and later on was coerced into a marriage which she was not into. She had no intention of even fulfilling that marriage. She kept yearning and pining and waiting for opportunities to somehow connect with Cass again. This is not about judgment. This is what we can learn from these love stories of the past. And if they had not gone through, we would not be so lucky as to learn from their experiences, right? So the women now in this uh, current wave are the ones who are breaking the stereotypes, who are taking charge, who are willing to go the length and have become the chaser. They're not giving up that easily. They are not allowing society or diktats or certain parameters to hold them back from the true love. Okay? So now it's like a role reversal that's happened. In the previous stories, as you will go by and we listen to more and more, it was the man who would come and woo and who would take charge of the situation, and somewhere the woman would maybe not have that strength to maybe leave her family or go against the society. But now it's like a role reversal that's happened. Somewhere I feel it could also be that the masculine of that life has come now in the female form, thinking that I'm going to take charge, and because the feminine couldn't do it this time, I will. But those in the masculine are confused and not as connected, or not being able to as of now fully awaken and take the steps necessary for the reunion. So it could be that either now it's the time for the female to go and walk the length, and or it could be the masculine reincarnated this time as the feminine, but the feminine is still playing out her cautious and her way of dealing with the situation. Also, what we see from Laila-Majnu's story is there was a husband involved, and there's this karmic situation, and Laila, she was so submerged in her love that though she never cheated on him or something, but neither was she a present wife. She did not embrace the husband or even give in to him in for example sexually. She did not get intimate with him. So now that man, her husband, comes back as the karmic in this current situation, and he really wants his dues. So the karmic person generally shows up in your life prior to you meeting your true love, your beloved. And it is once you have learned, cleared your dues, your karmic dues, that this thing starts coming in you, that now the time has come for us to split, or the situation is created thus, or the conflicts start happening, or somehow your karmic knows that I have taken what was mine, and now I have to move on, or they find someone else they fall in love with, or whatever the situation, it kind of nudges that now it's time to let go of your karmic. But the karmic also is carrying this deep fear. They carried the rejection, so they have been born with the feeling and the path of they have to overcome the basic fears of rejection. Whereas Majnu-2 somewhere carries the rejection because Laila got married to someone else. What I'm trying to bring about in the awareness right now is, we don't always know all our past lives, neither do we need to go through. I'm a past life regression therapist. But you do not need to see each and every life from where something is happening. The beauty of archetypes is that you become aware and you can learn from this part seems to resonate with me, so what do I need to let go of? What could be my lessons? What is the fear that I am feeling? What is this evoking in me? Where do I need to take the charge back? We can do that by studying, reading, listening, or understanding certain archetypes. We don't have to go through everything ourselves or see 1001 past lives and know each and every soulmate of ours and each and every, why the karmic is here and why they are behaving in a certain way. You will know if you are observant enough, if you're aware, if you're present. So the karmic has this sense of being rejected. So, rejection is a very big theme. The fear of being abandoned, as Caius must be carrying rejection and abandonment. And if he has come down as the divine feminine, imagine, oh my God, he is petrified. And they went through so much separation that the pain and the fear of separation and that we might never get reunited is the common fear that all of us carry. There's a part of us that knows we will be in reunion. We know it. But the fears keep coming back unless we have cleared them and continue to clear them every time, the collective release is happening or the energy shifts, or they keep coming back. The what if we don't get reunited, or the separation lasts as long as it it is so painful, and the pain and the fear has multiplied. We are carrying those strains from the past because we have not collapsed those timelines. We have not yet taken away our lessons so we can completely let go of those old templates working through us. So they keep coming back and getting attached in one form or the other, right? So the fear, the pain, the separation is something that has, over these lifetimes of being away and not in union with our beloved, has multiplied and expanded. And that brings us to our knees, literally, in pain, in suffering. And it's up to you to choose to disconnect. For example, when Laila is told that she needs to be in complete isolation for 2 more years, instead of getting joyful that after those 2 years she will unite with Majnu, she falls ill and dies. That pain was so much, it was so unbearable for her. The other thing that we need to know as divine partners is we are always in some dimension, we are in union, but we are here in this life to experience the final reunion. We have never gotten to be married, enjoy a certain physicality of our relationship. We've always been separated, and the tragic endings, for example, in our stories, that now the time has come. But if we continue with the old fears and pain and continue bringing doubt, we are just procrastinating it with our energies. And we need to be at a certain vibration, a certain frequency before it can start happening. The masculine needs to step forward and make the effort, because every time you come together, you kind of, the energies are so intense and all that needs to be cleared out gets triggered, so you're pushed away, and that is very frightening. That's very intense for a lot of people. My video is already kind of reaching 20 minutes, so I'm going to sign off now, and we'll continue. And I hope you find these insights helpful, useful. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and I really hope to make wonderful friends in this community. And I love you all, leaving you with a lot of love and light. This is Nikita Bhargav.